it would be nice, as I said, if you can join us on video so that I get a visual connect. And yeah, you can also quickly share about you, and then we can move ahead. And
Hello, Ratnesh. Good evening. Can you hear me?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So my name is Srija, and I'm basically from Bangalore, Sarjapura.
Mm-hmm.
And my son Ishan, he is 12 years right now, and I mean, yeah, coming to 12 years in 2 months of time, 3 months of time, and
Mm-hmm.
he is in sixth standard now. He's studying in CBSE right now. So would like to
Okay.
know more about Aarohi.
Sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah, thanks, Rija.
Thanks.
Hey, Shakti, I live in Hyderabad. My wife has been attending Aarohi for some time. We have a
Okay.
four-year-old
Yeah,
son.
yeah. Sure, sure. Hi, Shakti. Yeah. Yeah, she's attending the Jagriti program, right?
She is.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, super. Others, Dilip, Rekha, Rohini, Anusha, would you like to quickly introduce? You can come on video and just say hi. We get a visual connect.
Hi, I'm Dilip, and Shrija just spoke. I'm actually driving. I'm listening in, hence I'm not on video. I got stuck in
Sure,
traffic. So
sure,
before I
sure,
could read, I thought at least I'll listen in. So
sure,
Shrija spoke about our kids, and we both are joining.
sure, sure. Thanks. Hi, Dilip. Thanks.
Hello,
Hi,
myself
Ratnesh.
Rohini.
Go ahead, go ahead. Anusha, Rohini, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Pune.
Mm-hmm.
I have attended 2-3 sessions before also, and actually I had visited also in back in 2020 your center, and I'm here for my 20-year-old son.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Rohini, and welcome. Um, who else is left? Rekha, Anusha. Yeah, you want to say hi? I think Anusha, you came on video. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, hi,
yeah,
hi,
yeah. Hi.
Ratnesh. Yeah, I heard it from my brother, so I
Mm-hmm.
just want to know, as everyone said, I just want to know for my son. He's 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He's having some eye issues, so we don't want to send him to school. So he suggests me to try this Aarohi and all. So that's why I just want to know the info.
Sure,
I'm
sure. And
from
which city?
Hyderabad.
From
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think okay. Rekha is left, and we.
Hi
Yeah. Hi,
Rajesh,
Rekha.
I'm
Yeah.
Rekha from Tamil Nadu, Tirupur, Tamil Nadu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a mother of 12-year kid.
Okay.
My son is in sixth standard. My husband suggests to me, he saw this platform.
Okay.
So he suggests to me I should attend this program.
Sure, sure. Yeah. And which city? Actually, you said Tirupur, right? Right.
It's at
Okay.
Tirupur in
Yeah.
Tamil Nadu.
Yeah. Yeah. I got that. Okay. There is somebody else joined just now. It shows iPhone on my screen. Would you like to just say hi to the group? We're just introducing ourselves, name, city, age of children. That should be a good start. Okay. You are somehow logged in as iPhones. I don't know which name to call. Okay, no problem. You take your time. We can get on with the discussion. And yeah, before we get on with the discussion, my quick introduction. So my name is Ratnesh, and um, me and my wife Aditi and me, we founded Arohi way back in 2008. We were kind of with children since around 1999, so it's been a long journey, but a very, very beautiful one of about, yeah, 26 years now with working with children. and rather being with children, I should say. Um, and I have two children. My daughter is 27, and my son is 20, 21 actually. Now, yeah, recently turned 21. So has been part of Arohi and grown up. The interesting thing is that they have not gone to school, no 10th, no 12th, no college, no degrees, no certificates. So they are illiterate as far as the legal status is concerned, but they're thoroughly enjoying whatever they want to do in their life. And now they're obviously professionals in their respective fields. Right. So that's a little about me. And obviously, I've been very fortunate to work with thousands of families, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of children over the last so many years. So, in this little 1 hour or whatever is left of the 1 hour, I'll try to share whatever little things. Uh, just a just a promise that we don't have to be confined with this. First of all, we it would be nice, as I said, if you can join us on video. So
Right.
in so we meet every Saturday, so you can come back here as many times. Plus, if after this you need a one-to-one discussion, that is also possible. You can also come to our campus, visit us, and so on. So multiple possibilities. We will talk about it. Okay, so before we kind of get into what we do, I would like to know what you are looking for. Yeah, so we have a very interesting group today. I heard somebody saying 1 year old, and I heard somebody saying 20-year old. So we have the whole spectrum, right, of parents from 1 year old child to 20-year-old child. So that's wonderful. And in fact, that's the age group we work with. We say 0 to 21. So we are almost like the whole range is represented today. So that's very interesting. Uh, Interestingly, you would see the questions are pretty much the same. So okay, let's explore. So I would like you to share what you are looking for, or if you have an specific need or concern. Please go ahead. Just share whatever you are here for. More specific, then I can see if I can address that in some way at least. I can just share at least the basics thoughts. So go ahead, please share. This is very informal. It's not like a very formal thing, but it can be very interesting if we all share. Yeah, go ahead, please. You can also, by the way, if you
Ratnesh,
are
can I
not
go ahead?
able to use voice for some reason, you can also use chat. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi Ratnesh. We want to start homeschooling for our 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
But as a backup, I just went to inquire about NIOS, and they said something like, "Why are you risking your child's life? They cannot attend BTech if they don't have 7 years of formal education." That sort of made me think a bit. So it's about that. Like, is the formal education really necessary for if they seek BTech in future? Uh, and the second is, everybody questions me about socializing aspect. How will you meet other people in Bangalore? So these are the two things that are on my mind today.
Okay. Socializing, let me put that as concern more than anything else. Yeah. Yeah. Um, So, people who have joined in now, we just started. We did a round of introduction. So, if you've joined now, you can still introduce. And what I'm just trying to collate what this group today. We are a group of 10. So, what all are you looking for? What are your needs, concerns? What specific information or view or perspective or support you need? So, you can come on mic. If mic is an issue, you can just use chat, but I would like mic, so it's nice to hear.
Hello, Ripnesh.
Yeah, Rohini.
Yes, as I said in the message yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
little concerned about his break in education actually in the formal
Mm-hmm.
education. So I want him to uh, wait, wait in the sense, take time and think about the things he want to really want to do in his life. in sport.
When you say his
And
life,
for
do
that,
you mean professional life?
both I think, not a professional career, individual, what we say, personal. Like he is in the age like he has to think all these things. So I want him to take a halt and think about his further life. And
Mm-hmm.
for him, I want some the environment in which he can do this with deep uh, thinking, not just
Sure,
superficial thinking.
sure,
So I
sure.
want to give him that environment actually.
Okay, so deeply explore. Yeah,
Right.
sure, 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 sure. Um, more, more, more people. Whatever you are here for, whatever your thoughts are, whatever your questions are, whatever you're looking for, or if you have a concern, if you have a need, if you're already doing um, learning at home or whatever, please go ahead, share. Then I can kind of, as I said, customize this to what you are looking for. Even if you say, I just want to know what Arohi does, but there must be some need. Why are you looking for Arohi? In the sense, what is it that you are looking for your child? In which context you are, here to understand what Arohi does?
So, Ratnesh, Shrija again here.
Yeah, Shrija.
So yeah. So currently, Ishan, he's going to the school
Mm-hmm.
with the CBSE syllabus,
Mm-hmm.
and it is like he is socializing with the kids along with the basic disciplines, etc. So,
Mm-hmm.
however, we feel that maybe this age, 11 to 12 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he's not utilizing his energy properly,
Mm-hmm.
because of course, as you know, that he is going from home at 7:30 and coming back by 3:45 or so. So, but still, we feel that we are not. He is not utilizing his energy so well there.
Mm-hmm.
So, say for example, looking for a kind of supportive, a flexible learning environment, from Aarohi, where he can learn at his own pace and maybe little more close to the nature, and or explore the nature and the world as a whole, not like going through the same particular syllabus or something.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And more than us,
That,
Yeah, Dilip.
yeah, and more than us, even we feel that he's not likely to do homeschooling. We initially thought of homeschooling,
Mm-hmm.
but since we both are working, it's very
Mm-hmm.
difficult to do homeschooling.
Mm-hmm.
And then we, like someone else was mentioning, that kids may not be able to do socializing, right? If they are,
Mm-hmm.
if they are, if you explore the parallel education system, so-called parallel education system, um, they may lose out on so many experiences. So that's why we thought, okay, let him go to the normal school. But
Mm-hmm.
he himself is realizing that there's nothing great that's happening in the current school. So I mean, we used to show him some of the videos of how things happen at Aarohi based on whatever Shrija has shared with me from whatever she gets in the room. And he seems to be interested. So it's
Sure,
not the books alone. There is interest from his side also.
sure, sure. Okay. Sure, sure. We'll talk about that more definitely. Yeah, right. More thoughts, more questions, or what you are looking for. If you, yeah, Shakti, you want to share? Yeah.
We live in an apartment setup, and no one here does homeschooling,
Mm-hmm.
unschooling, learning, any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just wondering, only an online community, if you're able to find, would
Mm-hmm.
that be good enough? Because like maybe the children also have to mingle eventually. So if we
Okay.
don't
When you say
find
online community, that is for whom? For you're looking for your child or for yourself?
parents for us,
Okay. Sure. Okay.
and
Fair enough.
I mean, if they're in the same city, that's when he gets to meet, when the child gets to meet. So I'm wondering, if we don't find many people and we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to do this at home, is that going to
Mm-hmm.
be a problem?
Sure. 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 Okay. Right. Right. Fine. People, resources. Okay. More thoughts?
Extension of that, Ratnesh, is
Mm-hmm.
if both parents are able to give the required time in the current scheme of things,
Mm-hmm.
and if there is a change over time,
Mm-hmm.
our son is 4,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a long way for him to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a change in terms of time commitment, in terms of bandwidth, how
Mm-hmm.
does it impact him coming back into mainstream or continuing this way?
Okay. Sure. Uh, right. Mm, anybody else? Okay, I think we can take from here, um, and yeah, and we'll come back to this list. And so let me do this way. Let me do a quick introduction about Aarohi and see some of the points I can cover, and more we will the ones which are more discussion oriented. Um, we will discuss in just a little while. So a quick run through about what Aarohi does or what Aarohi can offer to you. So the first thing is that we are Aarohi is a community, so it's not a school, it's not an institution the way institutions exist, but it's a strong community over the years because we started in 2008. So you can imagine how many families have been part of Aarohi community, and then the breadth and the depth of experience and expertise that comes by sheerly so many families working together and over these years, and all of them have this done this journey, which is non-school, right? Non-school, non-college journey kind of thing. So that's what Arohi is, and that's been the most beautiful part, right? To have so many people around. In fact, when we started our journey, we were very similar when we were thinking about. Well, we weren't really worried about socializing. We still aren't worried about socializing, and I would request anybody to not worry about socializing. That's the least of the concern, in fact. Um, but what we would did wanted was to we as parents wanted to interact with other people, and it was kind of very tough to do that because even if you get a WhatsApp group of somebody, then it would be difficult to find a time, find a space where we all can meet. So we thought, okay, we will start a community where people can come together, and that is how Arohi got formed, because we wanted a space. So initially we started with a space where only children can come together. So that's how the children Arohi part, or the Arohi part, which is children centric, started in Bangalore initially, and then now in this campus about 60 kilometers from Bangalore, yeah, which falls under Tamil Nadu near Hosur, and it's located in a village, so it's a residential campus. And then later on we realized, especially kind of COVID time, that a lot of parents also want the community. They're kind of isolated in their own cities and all that, and they're really looking for not just support, but more importantly, a kind of sense of togetherness. And obviously all the expertise and all the experience, that is one aspect, one big aspect of it, important aspect, because somebody who's done that journey can share with you. If you ask 10 people how did you do XYZ, then they will give you 10 different answers, and suddenly you realize, I've got 10 options to take care of whatever that XYZ was. Yeah. So that's how now we have two offerings. So let me just quickly share that. So we have a campus I already shared, and children can come and live here, stay here, and children who live close by, they can come on a, some children live very close by, 1 or 2 kilometers. They can come and go on a daily basis. Some children live close by, as in Bangalore. They can come on for about they typically come from Monday to Friday, go back on the weekends to their home, and come again on Monday to Friday. And some children stay very far, like Mumbai and Delhi and Punjab and Uttarakhand and Calcutta and whatever. So they travel, once in 8 weeks they go back to their home for 2 weeks, and then they come back. So that's broadly how our campus works. The two more things about campus. One is that the children 8, 9, typically 8, 9 above, 9 plus typically, or even 8 sometimes, but typically 9 plus, they're able to stay in the campus by themselves. But younger children obviously need parents. So there's an option for a parent child. You can still be part of the campus where if your child is younger than 9 years. The only thing is you come once 1 week in a month. So like that, you get about 15 weeks in a year, and you keep coming to campus every month for a week, and that week you enjoy the campus, and then you go back and you enjoy your home and so on. So that's the campus part, which I will tell you a little more in detail what exactly happens in it. At the other side, we have the online community, which is purely for parents. So it's not for children. So the question, if the parents are part of the community, how will children get the community? Well, we'll come to that. How children how for children, everybody is a community in this world, and we'll talk about that in just a little while. But what we offer is, yes, the community, online community is only for parents, which is the community meets once every week. Again, this is a 1 year thing. So both at the campus and as part of community, is minimum 1 year, because we like to work deeply, extensively. We can't just do it a small thing and just leave it there. So it needs to be 1 year. It's like an ongoing, we are all together, we develop lovely bonds together, learn from each other. We meet every week. There are loads and loads of resources that is available for you: videos, blogs, tools and processes, and so on and so on, and obviously mentoring and all that. So and also there's a Jagriti program. So either you could have done Jagriti program before and join the community, or if you join the community, the Jagriti program is also part of that. um, so these are the two main things we offer. One is for the parents and one is for the children, right? Let me quickly tell you how we actually work in Aarohi, and this is not limited to the campus. Even if you are at home and you want to be part of community and give that kind of an experience, and enrichment, and adding value to the child's education, you can do it at home. Whether you are doing homeschooling or unschooling, or you're doing schooling, even then it doesn't matter. What matters is what are you doing at home, because see, whether the child goes to school or not, we all still do homeschooling, isn't it? And we all do unschooling, in the sense we also listen to the child and see what the child wants and expose the child to that. And even if we are doing homeschooling, unschooling, we still do schooling, in the sense we may not send to a physical school, but the child may still go to some classes or some courses and so on. So let's forget these terms. Let's just chuck all these terms out, and let's say, hey, uh, what would help the child? And that's when we call it as the child based education, because then it's built around the child's needs and wants. See, look at it this way. We say child based education, all of us are living it. What does that mean? Is that as adults, we really decide every day, every week, every month, what are we going to do in our whatever, whether personal life or professional life. So we decide how our week goes, month goes, year goes, isn't it? So that's the decision we take. But for children, unfortunately, that decision is outsourced, uh, which is fine, which is actually not a problem if the child likes it. But if the child does not like it, or you as a parent do not like it, it's child based education, in which if the child wants to study a subject or wants to give an exam, that also option is also available. But it comes from the child. It doesn't need to necessarily come from us. And how does that whole thing works? Uh, we are constantly listening, understanding, and working with the child. And because each child evolves in a very different way and into a different individual, a unique individual. So that's what child-based education is. Uh, Aarohi campus and also in the online community, what do we focus on? Uh, we focus on essentially four things, and the fifth one is an add-on. The first thing that we focus on is to create what we call as a personalized learning plan, which means that each child is unique, his or her needs are unique. And as somebody was saying, the child has so many energies. What do I do about them? So that's the whole idea. Let's use his energy or her energy and create a plan that that is built around his or her need. And it's dynamic because the child keeps changing. Their needs, wants, interests keeps changing. So it's always dynamic. The second, including the child doing it, is to constantly look for interesting, meaningful, connecting resources. Now somebody may like to do something hands on, somebody may like to read about it, somebody may like to make something, somebody may like to do a project, somebody may like to be tutored on it. So each one's way of connecting with anything is very, very different. And the whole idea is to keep on creating these explorations resources, including people. I mean, why should I learn from one teacher? Why can't I learn from, let's say, 500 teacher or 20 teachers? I can actually do that in this open source world, isn't it? If I go to 500 YouTube channels to learn one thing, I've learned from 500 teachers. For example, I've learned a lot in astronomy just from YouTube, and it's been amazing. So many different people looking at astronomy itself in so many different ways. I've been having a great time, understanding the cosmos. So, but that's my personal choice. Another person will have a different choice. The third thing which we really focus on is to be in the real world, interact with the real world, not like just be confined within a classroom. So we go out a lot, we meet a lot of people, we work with a lot of people, we do live projects. Just two or 3 weeks back, a group of 5 children aged from 9 to 15 did a full day event hosted for any family who would like to come, and 40 guests. And they did, these 5 children did the whole event, which is from morning till afternoon, almost like a three-fourth of a day, and without the help of a single adult. Right, so that's the beauty of it, that's the kind of power they can show when they get into real world, when they can get into actual work which is meaningful, which they can see how it tangibly it produces results for them, not for us, for them. So they earn money out of it also, but that was not their objective. Their objective was to have a wonderful experience of it. The fourth thing is to focus on self, because education is not so much about getting a job, because invariably you will get one, or get some kind of employment or start something of your own. Those are side things. The real thing is me. If I understand me, if I work on myself, if I grow myself, if I understand, let's say, my emotions, or how to lead myself, or how to think, or how to connect with people, or and relationships, and so on and so forth. So preparing ourselves for our life, it's a constant journey. I'm not saying at 57 I know everything, but it's like always learning and exploring. But unless there is a focus, I might just uh, not work on self and only about money, or knowledge which is coming from outside, or even skills. So those are important. I'm not saying they are not, but a whole lot can go on to oneself. So these are the four essential ingredients. The fifth add-on, which I think Rohini might be interested in, is what we call as passion to profession, which is exactly what, Rohini, you are looking for, where you say, hey, can I full world and see what is it that excites me, what kind of life I want to live. And when we say passion to profession, again, the profession just doesn't mean the work part, but also the me part, the self part, what kind of an individual I want to be. And it's all right. Sometimes some people are very ambitious, some people are not ambitious, some people are very outgoing, some people are not outgoing. So it's all right. However you are, you start understanding yourself and also work towards, hey, what kind of work, what kind of life I would look at. So that's the passion to profession journey, which is typically for teenagers starting 14, 15 and up to 21 years. So they do a lot of client work. They do actual hands-on, not just hands-on. They actually do actual real-world projects. They earn money. They do internships. They basically start working, and through literally working is when they start learning. So that's the passion to profession journey for the older age group, and that option is obviously available to children who are younger, but when they reach that age, uh, as we say, so these are the two options for children coming as they grow older. Go back to school, or give a 10th or a 12th from NIOS, or go back to college, whatever they want to do. Or examples of both the children, as you see in photographs, are from Aarohi. There's Radhika who gave 10th as an iOS, then she joined a school for 11, 12, then she went into a college. And on the right side, you see Skanda with his mom, who has not given any 10, 12, and is now running his own agency with another child of Aarohi. So the two of them, they are doing professional work now. So that's the option. Um, so let's say, so if you are interested in your child being at Aarohi, I already gave the two options. The 9+ years children can be independently in campus. The younger children are typically come with a parent once a month. When I say once a month, 1 week a month. Actually, I should correct it to 1 week a month. And what I also want you to realize is that minimum is 1 year. That's important because then only we can really deeply work with the child. For you to decide whether you want to, be at campus, your child be at campus. What we do is we are inviting you to come and experience the campus for a week. So you come and stay with us and actually experience how the campus work. That is the best way to decide, hey, is this something that we would like to jump into as a family? Yeah. So that 1 week at campus is like the starting point. Yeah. As I mentioned initially, we do a program called Jagrati, which we recommend for every parent because that sets up the ground for you to, because the groundwork has to be done on oneself. On me as a parent, I need to understand my parenting, I need to understand the child, I need to understand how this child learns, leads, thinks, feels, and so on. And and I'm not saying you don't know this, but we just open many, 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 many more windows into it. So that's the program that we recommend to every parent. And as I was mentioning, we also have an online community for the parents. You could be doing homeschooling, unschooling, or even schooling. That's absolutely fine. This is again a year-long program, minimum 1 year, and it's like a membership base. So you are there, and lots of resources, lots and lots of we keep meeting, workshops, open sessions, discussions, problem sharing, problem solution discussions, so on and so forth. So it's like a ongoing community that you are part of. And you also meet each other whenever, and yeah, basically you have so many people who are doing the same journey as you. Yeah. So yeah, let me jump back to the initial slide. And yeah, so uh, this is the questions that you had shared. But let me pause here. Let's see how these questions are shaping up. So I'm offering the screen. I am sure you know I'll screen share because I would like now to have more of a chit chat with you all. So inviting you also on video, audio. Uh, we can get into a more interactive mode now that I've run through this little presentation. And right. And see, what are your questions? Did any of your questions get answered? If they're not, you can place them back. I know one concern was on socializing, losing out on experiences, and so on, which I think is it's something actually completely misplaced. The notion that I will lose on. In fact, I would say the children who do this kind of education actually do far, far, far more. They're super exposed. They travel a lot. They meet a lot. By travel, not necessarily only physical, mentally they travel a lot, connect with a lot more people. Their socializing is, I would say, 100 times of any school going child, actually, right? Because they socialize with all ages. They're not limited to only my age, right? That's the biggest thing. And not just all ages children, all ages adults also. So actually, their people, resources is far, far more. Even if you are doing it at your home, first of all, the child as himself, then the child as the family, then the child as neighbors, then the child as people down the street, and then if you draw a circle of, let's say, 1 kilometer, 5 kilometer, you have so many people. A baker can be a teacher, a carpenter can be a teacher, a professional can be a teacher, or a person to work with, so on and so forth. So there's no dearth of people, children whom you can connect with, interact with. It all depends on what. If the child needs more friends, then the child will get more friends. If the child is not needing pro friends, then also it is okay. So there's lot of this like, look at it this way: the whole world is our resource room. Think of it that way, and every person in this beautiful world is a resource person. Yeah. So right now, let's say Shrija and Dilip are there, right? I know you guys must be really good at something, whatever you are good at, whatever is your expertise, right? Now, if a child who has the same kind of interest calls you up and says, "Hey, uncle, auntie, you have this, and you are expert in this area. I'm also really interested. I've done this. Can you be my mentor? Can you little guide me?" Now, assume you don't know this child, right? He doesn't even tell you he's from Aarohi, but this is a child who is saying, I need your support. What would you say, no or yes?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
definitely yes.
see, that's the beauty of this world, right? And I have a good news to tell all of you. We have been doing this since 2008, so 17 years of asking people, would you help this child? And you know what has been our strike rate? The strike rate since 2008 till now, whenever a child has reached out to an adult to say, "Can you mentor me, help me, guide me, support me?" the strike rate has been 100%. Not even one adult has said, "No, I will not do this." That's the beauty of us human beings. We like to help each other, especially children, right? Especially somebody who's interested in my interest. That immediately energizes me. Oh, you are interested in this? Come, 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 come. It's like the other way around. So that is the strike rate. So it's beautiful. So if you're thinking about socializing, experiences, resources, no, 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 no. That is far, far more. It's exponentially more, believe me. That is the beauty of it. Yeah, just yesterday, we spent almost an hour, I think, understanding this whole electrical system from the local electrician. He came, he spent the time, he showed how he works, what kind of equipment, safety equipment he uses, what kind of things, how the voltage comes, how the step down happens. Now these were all 7 year to 20-year-old trying to understand this electricity business. Oh, who better than the electrician? Who does it? He's a government guy, TNEB guy. He came and he was so happy to come and share his understanding. And he said, "Yes, I can guide you. Anybody who wants to do something in electricity." So just giving you a sample. So the electrician is there next to your house. So even if you are doing this at your home and not directly connected with with Aarohi, if not even connected to community, don't worry. Please realize we have a community always around us. We just need to dip our hands into it or just ask people. That's the beauty of it. So that's just a perspective. Um, yeah. Let's look rather than one way it being. Yeah. Yeah, Dilip, you want to share something, ask something?
No, in fact, as I mentioned earlier, we wanted to do open schooling, or let's. I mean, since you said let's do away with all those terminologies, since we know what
uh, what happens in the formal education system. And since we
Yeah.
were not in, since we did not subscribe to that idea, we
Mm.
wanted to do it, but then we didn't have any options as such. And you see in places like Bangalore where people are all working, no one has a time. In your the example that you gave, where of course, if you ask or reach out for help, people would be willing to help, but then they need the time, right? We have made ourselves so busy in our lives that no one's got the time. That's why you see Swiggy and Zomato do really well, right? Because, or Blinkit for that matter, 10 minutes. Everyone wants it fast because no one
Right.
has the time.
Yeah.
And when you've got kids into this world, you should be able to give that time. That's why Srija has currently left her job so that we can give some time to the kid.
Sure.
So, yeah,
Sure.
I mean, a lot of what you're saying resonates, and we've been trying to connect for a long time. Maybe this is the right time. So,
This is the
I don't
right
know.
time.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, nothing more. And we've been showing. So it's not, as I said, the interest is not from the parents' side alone,
Yeah.
because even the kid should be on board, right? Uh,
Absolutely.
so he's been into the formal education system for the last 6 years. This is his sixth year, and if you add LKG, UKG, and all, maybe eight years as well. And he himself feels that he's been restricted. He's been restricted, okay, and he's not feeling very happy about going to the school.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
so
So
that's
what
when
I
we
can say,
say,
Shrija and Dilip, just come over, experience for a week. Then you will be able to say, is this the place, including yours, obviously your child. All of you would then together be able to decide, is this something that you would like to do? Not necessarily you have to do it at Arohi. That's not the point I'm trying to make. Yes, that definitely is this the kind of life I want to live, where I'm getting up in the morning, I'm deciding what I want to do today. I'm finding the resources, I'm finding everything, and I'm trying it, and I'm failing, and I'm failing, and I'm failing, and I'm failing, and then I'm succeeding, which is what life is all about finally. So, and I'm connecting with different people, seeking help, doing Arohi, yes. Somebody asked me, hey, how's the typical day at Arohi? I said, typical day at Arohi is different every day, because I don't know who is going to do what and learn what and explore what and fail in what and succeed in what. Right? There's no, we haven't, we only make the plan for today. Each day we sit down and say, this is my plan. Obviously, we all also make plan for a week, but that's the rough plan. Okay, these are broadly the things I want to do this week. Now from there I start choosing and saying, this is what I want to do today. And again, I may make a plan or 10 things and I may end up doing only 3 of those or 5 of those or none of those, because I might get attracted towards something else and then I start doing that. So that's part of the life and that's the beauty.
so at Arohi, is everyone in the same classroom, or maybe does
There's no
everyone follow
classroom.
different?
We
No,
are
I
all on the
mean,
same earth and we are
yeah,
going all going around the sun in the same time. So nobody
okay,
is faster and nobody is slower. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's a big deal. Otherwise, everywhere you are being measured as smarter, less smarter, more intelligent, less intelligent, faster, slower. We say we are all the same speed because we go around the sun at the same speed. Because we are all in the same classroom called planet Earth. And everybody
Wow,
in this planet Earth is our teacher, friend, collaborator, connector, networking, whatever you want to call it.
okay, okay, interesting.
So we live in abundance.
Cool. I guess someone else was going to ask a question. Sorry if I
Sure,
interrupted.
sure. No, 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 not at all. And we also have Nishant who shared in chat. He has 11 and 8 year olds and considering homeschooling, unschooling. Not sure how to go about it, like study materials, projects, workshops, day to day activity. So, Nishant, if I can say in one line an answer to your question. So, hi, wherever you are. I know you came on video. Uh, so, one line answer to your question is that all of these, whatever you are not sure of, good that you are not sure of, because the problem starts when we are sure of. When we are not sure of, then we are open. And then whom will you go for? Yeah, hey, what projects you want to do? What study material you need, depending on what you're studying. If you're studying crochet, as in how to do crochet, what study material you need? The child may say, "No, the granny next door does it very well. I will learn from her." Good enough, isn't it? So all your study material, projects, workshops, day-to-day activities, all your questions should be answered by the child. Or if not the child, the family. If not the family, take help of whoever. So we keep creating our own co-creations. Yeah. So if you ask me now to summarize that in one word, Nishant, the answer is co-creation. Right? If, with the child, not like somebody else will give it on a platter. If somebody says, "I will do everything for you for your homeschooling, unschooling," then what's the point of doing homeschooling, unschooling? Then we might as well send him to school where there everything is prepackaged. Yeah, everything is done already there. Why do we now create another homeschooling when the school already exists? Okay, for some specific needs, maybe, but otherwise, I would say if you are already deciding, considering, thinking, exploring homeschooling, unschooling, or whatever you want to call it, free education, home education, travel education, world education, whatever, different people call it different things. It has to start with the child. The child is the hero or heroine of a movie. She would drive it. And in the whole process, she will learn how to lead her life, which to me is the real education. If I know how to lead my life, or rather lead myself, then I'm done with. Then rest is all learning whole life. Who doesn't learn? Meaning even after working for so many years, we're still learning every day. So that's the way we look at it. I don't know if I answered your question, Nishant. If you can come on audio or whatever and let me know. And if that answer helped anybody else and brought more questions, come on, you guys, you can come on audio, video, and we can talk more. Same, somebody else was also starting asking, how do I start HS? Something, and it has to do with Institute of Tech, BTech. First of all, I don't think there is any constraint of BTech. I don't know who told you that you can't do BTech with an iOS. That's not true at all. Some one or two colleges will have some freaky rules, but that the rest of the world is all available. Please don't think that there is any such constraint. In fact, in today's world, you can be into technology without doing any BTech. Your Googles and the Zohos and the all the biggies are not looking for degrees. They are looking for portfolio of work. If you go to them, they'll say, "What work have you done?" And if you have done work which is interesting to them, they will take you. Who needs to even do BTech? Right? I have children who have not even gone to not even done 10th, 12th, and they are in IT. They are working from India, consulting to not consulting, meaning working with companies all over the world. So
Yeah, that's
if
a
you are
relief to
interested
know.
in coding or stuff like that, or technology stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, so it was that person, I think he had this half knowledge about this, I could make out. But it was just that when we get into this homeschooling, I just wanted to make that informed decision that yes, okay, somebody told me this, is this right or not? But
Oh, no, 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 no,
once,
Asha, you can never make an informed decision
correct,
because the information changes on a daily basis.
correct,
Tomorrow
correct,
some other rules, day after tomorrow something else. It's dynamic. All we can work on is ourselves.
correct.
If I can make myself more resourceful, more understanding my own self, if I can work on myself, then I'm ready for the world, no matter how the world dynamics change. AI is changing, this is changing, that is changing, everything is changing. I don't know what information can we go by. Our government keeps coming up with new policies, colleges keep coming up with new policies, new kind of colleges are coming now. They are saying there no more, you don't even need we won't even give you a degree, but it's still a college. We will all learn
Yeah,
together. So you see this, the whole landscape of living is changing. So
correct,
please
correct.
don't take informed. The only informed decision you can take is if you want to study your child. That
Mm,
most people don't do. I'm not saying you don't do it. most people don't consider their child. They consider everything else except their child. They consider their fears, their anxieties, their belief systems, their own expectations, So we are driven by those kind of things. Society, what will the society say? But which society? Let's look at the society inside the child and work with
Yeah.
this child because that child has come to us.
Yeah, it becomes this blind leads the blind. We look at somebody and then we think, but actually speaking to you really changed the perspective of homeschooling for me as well. But we cannot stop thinking about how the formal schooling is, and maybe we need to recreate the same thing at home.
Yeah,
So
that's why come over, then you will
yeah,
get an idea. Come over, stay with us, and
yeah,
after 1 week, you will say, "Oh my goodness, you have polluted us thoroughly."
true, true. No, I've seen some of the photos and it was very, very, I was very much interested in visiting. So yeah,
Sure,
I
please,
have to plan with
please,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
please plan for that. Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Rajnish. But you're doing a God's work, so guiding many people like us. So thank you so much for this.
Yes, yes. And again, you need not be part of Aarohi campus if you are at home and you want to do this at home. Home is a wonderful campus. Okay.
Mm.
Somebody asked me, "Hey, do you have a campus in, in some city? I don't know which city was it. Some little smaller city, Rohtak, yeah, who in Haryana. Do you have a campus in Rohtak?" I said, "Yes, we have. Your house." If you can think like that, then we have campus wherever anybody wants to have focus on their child, and then see how we can help, because each city, each village, each countryside, every place is beautiful to learn in, I would say.
True.
Yeah, more thoughts, more questions, more people on mic. Rekha, if you have, Rohini, if you have questions, please shoot questions. You look very concerned in your WhatsApp message that you sent to me. So, yeah, please come share whatever you are thinking, looking at.
Yes, Ratnesh. I actually, as I said, yeah, I want him to be far from home for some time and deeply think about his what he wants exactly to do. So
Sure.
I was actually planning to send him. I am planning to send him. So I would like inputs from you how I can go ahead.
Yeah, as I said, you
Sure.
and he both
Yeah.
come and visit. Yeah, that's important. Because see, finally, it is not about what we do and all that. Finally,
I
it's
really thank
you all need to vibe with this place, with all of us. If you are connecting with us, if you say this is an exciting place, then together we can create exciting possibilities. So the
you.
vibing is far more important than anything else, isn't it?
Me, I have been in your touch since 2020. I have been part of Aarohi WhatsApp community
Hmm.
since then, and I'm regularly visiting your website, regularly reading your WhatsApp messages.
Sure, sure. Now it's his turn to vibe.
Meetings also.
Yeah, so you have to bring him here.
Yeah, so I have been there uh, mentally since
Sure,
last 5 years,
sure,
um, and I want him to be on the campus as early as possible.
sure.
So I want to plan to come over there in January. So
Please.
let me know how should I plan my travel and when should I drop him over there. That's what I wanted to know.
What I'll do is I'll share the links of all the information that anybody could be looking for. And in that, there's a link for experiencing. That's the second last link, which I just posted in the chat. The second last link is of the experience. So you can just go to that link and you will get all the information. There's a form there. You can see which weeks are available and register for a week. And yeah, please come over. So this is not just for Rohini, this is for everybody here, right? Uh, yeah, if you are more interested in child at Aarohi, then the first link will help you. The Jagriti program, which I think everybody should go through. I don't know if Kalpana is here, she can talk on behalf of me about the Jagriti program. And even if you don't want to be part of the campus, which is not practical for everybody, especially if your children are smaller, then the online parent community is something we really enjoy, meeting continuously, learning from each other continuously. So all those links are there. Please have a look at them in your time, and you can connect with me, and I can help you out. Not just I, meaning the team can help you out depending on what information you are looking. Yeah, but right now let's focus on any questions, that specific questions that you have. Uh, yeah, both about whether you are wanting to do homeschooling, unschooling, even schooling, even education, even more child-based approach at your home, or you want to connect with ROE. Any which way, any questions that you have.
No.
Ratnesh, I have one question.
Yes,
If
yes, Ashra.
we are actually traveling to Vellore, would it be okay if we just drop in? Like, should it have to be 1 week's program, or can we just drop in
Okay,
later or?
there's also an option of a Thursday visit, but the thing is, you'll have to consult our calendar, which is the last link in the links I've posted. You see the last calendar link. There will be, so it's not practical that people come in at any point of time. So there's
Yeah,
a scheduled
correct.
day for that, and that also is not available on all the weeks because we travel a lot and we have different schedules. So now, for example, next week we have a whole community event. Then the next 2 weeks we have home weeks where all the children will be going to home. So next 3 4 weeks nothing is available, no visits, no stay, nothing, because
Okay.
the yeah. And then again, yeah, I think second or third week Jan again we have these options available. So just look at the calendar, see what works out for you. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
if you're coming from far, yeah, if you're by chance traveling here, then you can then you can just see if you can match a Thursday visit. But if you're otherwise traveling from far, then it's better to plan for a week's visit.
Okay. Okay.
Consider it to be a holiday. I can guarantee you will enjoy it thoroughly, and,
Yes. Yes.
as well as yeah, we will enjoy your company.
Yes. Yeah. Sure, Ratnesh. Thank you so much.
I had one question, and also, follow up to what you earlier said about abundance.
Mhm.
Right? We all live in abundance. In a bubble, sure. In let's say, real life, is it true that we all live in abundance? And number two, each kid is different, like you said, right? So some like structure, some doesn't. Some thrive in structure, some doesn't. Um, how does it work for both kind of children from this as a concept? What would your advice be on that? Um, you know, um, what are the typical cases? What are the typical people who switch from an informal kind of education system to formal education? What are the typical reasons why they move from this to that, based on your experience?
Okay. Okay, you shot many questions. I hope I remember all of them. Um, what was your first one? Was some
Abundance.
abundance.
So,
Meaning,
in real life, do we
I would
live
say
in
yes.
abundance?
Yes. Exactly. I gave you the example of 100% strike rate. Uh, isn't that abundance? Meaning children have reached out to all kinds of people. I will tell you one example. One child, when she was, I think, 11 or 12, said, I want to learn how to write novels. Now, none of us knew how to write a novel because none of us have written a novel. So we said, okay, which author you like? And she said, Rupa Pai, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And she said, I like Rupa Pai. I said, then you learn from Rupa Pai. And she wrote Rupa Pai, and Rupa Pai said, yes. And she's a national level author of children's books and stories and so on. Now, I'm just giving you one example. So it's not as much as it's how I look at the world. When I start looking at the world as abundant, then I, even if 10 people say No to me in some way, because they are either busy, as somebody said, that we are living in busy life and this that. But because I look at it as abundant, I know the 11th person will say yes to me. Right. So I don't get stuck with one problem, one roadblock, one no, because I'm not I'm not behind a solution. I live with abundance in everything, in people, in resources. And not just I live with abundance, I offer abundance also. I start giving as much as I start getting. I start saying to anybody else, hey, this is what I have learned, I can share with you. As much as I can learn from others, as much as I can do for you, as much as you can do for me. So I It is not about a fact. It is about a mindset. It's about a paradigm, and this paradigm can't be theoretically dissected. You have to just experience it. Doesn't you just go out and do it, right? We have a joke here at Aarohi, more like an internal joke. I don't know if I should be saying it on records. The two most beautiful skills that we should learn is begging and kidnapping. Right? We just be ready to beg somebody, or just pull somebody in. If we think this person, just get behind that person, pester him 10, 20, 50, 100 times, that person will finally succumb. So these are two arts. If we must, so the abundance in some way, in a don't think in a philosophical way, I would say in an actual way, lies inside me. It's not so much about the world, it's about me. If I think I am abundant, uh, then, then and there's no stopping me. Yeah, I can give you endless examples, endless stories of children. Let me give you one more example. This was this boy who was looking for an internship. So he found one agency in Goa and he applied there. And the main person, the CEO, interviewed him and all of that, and he was rejected. So obviously he was dejected, as in the boy was dejected that, oh my goodness, I am rejected, right? Internship I did not get. I was really looking forward to this internship. Okay. Um, then he was sitting with the whole group, about 5, 10, 15 people, and he was sharing this has happened. And then just somebody suggested, so did you ask him why you were rejected? He said, oh no, I did not. Okay, let me connect with him. So next day he just picked up his phone and called the CEO. Right? And he said, sir, why was I rejected? And that guy obviously gave his reasons why is he rejected. And he said, you have no, this is, you don't have knowledge and you don't have expertise. So he said, sir, but I'm ready to do that. Will you guide me? You don't take me on internship. I will find work somewhere, but will you guide me? And he agreed. So from a rejection, he actually earned a mentor. So he did not get an internship, but he earned a mentor which even now, after 4 or 5 years of that journey, now he's an adult and he's doing professional work. He still goes back to the same mentor with the same joy, you can say. So you see, even in a rejection, there is some value to be derived from there. Well, I'm sure all of us have stories. I don't think it's only Aarohi stories. I think all of us in our journey have the stories of how something just clicked, how just something we have to just be out there and be open to receive the wonderful gifts. I don't know if I have answered this question, but I've spent a lot of time because this is one of my favorite topics. I hope you can guess that by now. In fact, one of the reason we used to call this as open learning. Now we don't use that term so much because people confuse it with open schooling. So we've stopped using this term, but we like the term open learning so much. It's just you just have to be open to learn. That's it. It will come from somewhere. I don't know, Shakti, if I connect with you in your experiences.
No, got you, but I'll connect with you offline also on this.
Sure. I would say let's not even connect on this. Let's just see that what we need, can we get this in this beautiful world? And the answer is always a yes. If not one way, then the other way. If not the other way, and that is the resilience, that is the flexibility, that is the tenacity I want to develop inside me as a child. And that's so beautiful because So even if it, as I said, even if it does not exist on a factual basis, I can create it around me because I can create it inside me. I know, slightly philosophical, but it's actually very practical and actually very useful in day-to-day life. Okay. We are okay. We are at 6:05. Okay, maybe I can take one or two more questions. Normally we do this 5 to 6, but okay, 5-10 minutes here, there. That's okay. So if anybody has a question, Shakti, you had 2-3 questions. Sorry, I only answered one question. Abundance. Then you had a question about.
Some people, some child thrive
Yeah,
in
yeah.
structured
Right, right.
education.
So see, first of all, please don't assume that just because school is not there, or college is not there, or exam is not there, structure is not there. Not at all. In fact, some children here are extremely structured, and some children are less structured, and some people are less structured, as in the whole continuum, as you very rightly put, that some need more structure and some. The only difference here is the child creates his own structure, much like me and you create our own structure in our lives. When you reach that stage, 30 years, 35, 40, we are the ones who are creating structure in our life. Yes, there are some outside, whatever, let's say my company's structures and all of those anyway exist in everybody. I don't go on road and drive anywhere, isn't it? So the structuring is definitely an individual thingy. I have children who are very, very particular, very organized, very timetable-ish, very planning based. And I have children who are just completely opposite. You will find them hanging around anywhere and everywhere. And they are literally doing a huge amount of collateral learning by learning from literally anybody and everybody. So again, there is no one way. And as you very rightly said, each child is different. Some people talked about disciplining. To me, the biggest discipline is not when somebody controls me and tells me you have to do this. The biggest discipline is how I discipline myself. Or rather, that is the only discipline, isn't it? Somebody else. So, school is not a disciplining place because it isn't telling me to be disciplined from inside. It is telling me to be that we will discipline you. But what is real discipline is when I am able to, let's say, put my priorities in place according to which is my wish, and live through my priorities, as in work on my top 1 2 3 and maybe go to 4 5 6 and so on. So we have a very one way of looking at, for example, discipline or learning or so many things, or socializing for that matter. People think schools have more socializing. I say hardly. You mix with 30 people here, you mix with 300 people in a year. Now, which is better? You decide. So that was your second question. You had one more question. Sorry, Shakti, I keep forgetting your questions. I go on my own trips. Can you remind me what was your third question?
I was asking if, what are the reasons typically you've seen?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, got it. So broadly, I will divide the reasons people come to this kind of education is two categories. One is, we call it as the away category, and one is the towards category. The towards category is very attracted by this whole way of education. Yeah, they want something like this. So people like me and my wife wanted something like this. Our children didn't ask for it, but we wanted it for them. So we proposed it to them, and they initially were hesitant, but then they enjoyed it, and then there was no looking back. Right. So that's the towards category. Who wants to move towards this kind of an open, self-driven, self-led system where I decide and I enjoy and I fail and I succeed and I learn and so on. The second category is the away category, which is who have tried school, who have tried even college or exams and are not for whatever reason thriving there. It could be that they are different than what the schooling offers. It could be that they don't want certain things, they don't like exams, or they can't, let's say they're not good at reading, writing. Why should everybody be good at reading, writing? I could be very good at, let's say, making friends. Then why do I need to read and write? Somebody else will read and write for me, or so on. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, the other category is the away category, who does not fit in with the system. On our, I've given an example of, there's a link of case studies if you see in the chat. In case studies, you will have different case studies of different families, and you will see they have different reasons of coming to Aarohi. So, for example, there's one child there, Dvesha. He was just he was just very emotionally traumatized in the school, uh, for whatever reason, teased, troubled, teachers were not with him, so on. It was not like he couldn't study what was given, but he was just not fitting in into this whole, emotionally not and socially not fitting in. And he came here. He was here for about 5 years. He thrived completely, and then he went back. He went back actually. He gave 10th, 12th as an iOS, and now he is doing something in computers, a graduation degree right now. He's just finishing his graduation degree. So he went back to the system after having, done the journey of 5 years of leading oneself and discovering oneself. So in his video, he talks about what transformation he went through. Yeah, and in just 8 to 10 months, he prepared for his 10th and gave his 10th, and then he gave his 12th. So he became that clear that this is what I want to do. So yes, uh, uh, in that sense, um, it is kind of different for each child. Did I answer?
Yes, but the away category, I was referring to people who have been in the informal education system, but after let's say a certain period, move to formal education system. Have you seen cases like
Yes, so many. I gave Tuisha's example only. 5 years he was here and he moved back. Didn't I give you just now? That is the child who was emotionally, socially not fitting into school. You can check out his video. It's there on the case studies page. His parents talk about it. He's talking with his parents. So these are the children who have. So see, as I think I had shown a slide also. We are not saying you have to. There is a. It's not a school where you have to stay for a certain number of years and then you pass out from school. Aro is a community till where you need to use this community to build yourself, and then if you want to go back, you can go back in whichever way. You can go back to a school. There have been children so who was here from 5 years, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth, I think, when 8 years, when she was 8 years, then she said, I want to go to school. So she went to school for a year, and then she said, I don't want to go to school. And then she came back, and then she was here for again few years, and then she said, I want to give 10th and 12th. So she again went back to another school. So there's absolutely not an issue any which way. You can go to school, come back, go to college, give 10, 12. In fact, in India, there's so many options. We think Indian system is very constraining. No, no, not at all, not at all. Indian system has, in fact, there are so many options of how you can go back to the system, how you can exit the system. For everything, there is an option. We just haven't explored enough. So I can keep on again telling you as many stories if you have, and if you want a specific example, I can even get you to talk to those families, right? So all those families have been part of Aarohi. They are more than happy to share their journeys. If you go to our YouTube channel, mostly they would have already shared their journey. But if you want to connect one to one, if you have a specific use case, if you say, my child is this age, he or she is looking at this is my concern, can I talk to somebody who has gone through the same thing, then I can connect you. So you can
Thank
talk one to one to them if you have a specific thing. At a general question, can they go back? Oh, yes. So many go back because either one parent is anxious about giving 10, 12, or grandparents and the larger, bigger families saying, nahi, nahi, 10th to kara do types, somehow get them to give 10th and 12th. But and there are so many families who are very cool about it, who don't necessarily want 10, 12, who have children like I was showing example of Skanda, my two children, and there are so many other children who have not given any 10, 12. They've not done any degrees, and they're thriving. They're now adults. They're enjoying doing whatever they want to do in their life.
thank you.
I don't want to come across as everything is very rosy and nicey. In fact, I would say If things are rosy and nice here, I will be the first person to make them troublesome. That's why children here don't call me mentor, they call me tormentor. Right? The reason is that life isn't about easy, difficult. Life is about, yes, everybody will face challenges, no matter where you are. Even if you go to school, college, it's not going to be easy. Right. So it's not about easy, difficult. It's not about you will not face problems. It's not about you will not face rejections. You will not fail. In fact, failing is awesome. We say we are in, if at all, Aarohi is a place for failure. If you like failure, come over. If you too much like success, then you better go to a system who guarantees that. What we guarantee you is failures. Because we will not help you, because we will not tell you, because we will not show you, because we will not give you. Now that you don't know, you don't have, you have no guidance, now you struggle, you fail once, you fail twice, and then you come back and say, I did it without your help. That's the one we are looking for. Invariably it comes. Yeah, and that joy is far bigger because there's something that is growing inside. The whole essence of that, I can find my way through this beautiful world. Yeah, that abundance, that yes, this problems will be there, hurdles will be there, up and downs will be there, right? We aren't trying to make the load lighter, we are going to make this back stronger. Yep. Okay, I can go on and but let's pause somewhere. It's already 6:17. Maybe it's a good time to pause. I hope I've kind of covered all the questions. uh yeah, somebody had asked for support learning environment, nature, world. Yeah, so see, all of these career, professional, deeply explore, all of these options are both available at home as well as available at Aarohi. I'm looking at the first one. What are you looking for? And yeah, you can see however you want to get support from us. We are there. We have all done these journeys. Our children have kind of grown up, married. They've kind of moved ahead, but we are still there enjoying this journey because there's always children around for us to have this joy with. Yep. So stay connected. And please plan a trip if you would like to experience and be with us. We would enjoy being with you all. And yeah, and as I said, if you have anything specific, if you want a one-to-one specific to your child, um, depending on what you are looking for, please connect. I've given the WhatsApp number. I'm sure you're already connected on WhatsApp with us. We can even help you out one-to-one call if that is required. But more important, plan a trip. That's like the starting point. Um, yeah, if you're looking for online, that's again our starting point. That's like the foundation work, and then we open ourselves up, and then we open this beautiful world to our children. Okay, shall we call it a day for today? And we are there every Saturday. Keep joining in any Saturday. And if you know any other family whose child is either in the away category or towards category, feel free to ask them to connect with us and see if there is something that um, they get from uh, what we have to offer. Yeah,
Okay.
super. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yep.
Ratnesh. Thank you so
Have a
much.
nice weekend, and
You too.
let's stay connected. Yeah. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Okay.